What's up, everybody? Welcome to video number 2, Christopher York Outdoors. We're actually somewhere that we want to be this time instead of standing under the Gateway Arch on a work assignment. We're actually out on the lake. We won't mention what lake it is. There's a pretty big tournament coming up on it here soon that I'll be competing in, so the name of the lake will go unmentioned. But have an opportunity today. It's really windy out here. There's a good deep bite with some decent fish going on out there, but it's so windy. You guys couldn't hear me talk, and you'd just be either listening to wind noise or having to put a stupid song over what I was actually doing. So I thought it'd be a good time to make an how-to video on a technique I tried researching on my own, YouTube and the internet and all that stuff. There wasn't a whole lot about it. A couple decent videos from some of the normal guys, Gene Jensen and all those, but I just wanted to show you how I do it, how I work it. There's a lot of fish up shallow today. As you can see, it's bright and sunny. We're on a big sand flat with some docks and scattered grass and stuff. So let me take you through the setup, how I use it. Biggest piece of advice is come up with your, take what I say, take what some of the other YouTube guys say or people on the internet, and you don't have to stick to that. It's not a strict guideline. It's just how I do it, how the other guys do it, how it works. Just take all that, put it in a basket, and come up with your own way of doing it. And I think you'll be a lot more satisfied instead of blaming me for not catching fish. So the setup, I'll be throwing it on. Got a Enigma Phenom. It's a 7.2 medium action. I got it paired with an Ardent Bolt 2000 spinning reel. Got 24-pound gliss as a main line, and that's 8-pound Sunline Sniper for the leader. Real good combo. It's real strong. Obviously, Sunline, I feel, is the best stuff out there. They don't sponsor me or anything. I buy it just like everybody else, but it's what I buy. It's that good. I use the Z-Man stuff for my Ned rig. Just a Z-Man weedless shrooms head, 1/10 of an ounce. It's black. I don't know if color matters or not. Fairly new to the technique. I tried it on Hartwell when I was down there last, caught a few fish, but that really wasn't the deal in that tournament. And this thing actually kind of saved me in a really tough river tournament the other day. I didn't have a keeper by 2 o'clock and weigh in at 4, so we had to generate some bites, and the Ned rig bailed me out. But basically all I do is just tie a simple Palomar with it. No need to get all crazy with the knot. Tie whatever you prefer. Cinch knot, Alberto. I know a lot of guys like different knots. Some people are not the biggest fan of the Palomar. We got 2 turds to throw on it. I got the bigger one in the deal, which is basically just kind of like a blue and pearl glimmer bottom with a green pumpkin top, and I got the regular finesse turd in the green pumpkin. We'll try the little one. I know they're biting this one. If we can't get anything on this little small guy, I'll go back to throwing the big one. There's nothing really to rigging the thing. There's nothing much to the bait itself, as you can see. I just like to lay it up, measure it. It looks like it's going to come out right in the egg sac right there. So we'll just line it up. I can get this weed guard out of my way here. Thread it on. And the important thing is, don't bring it out early and twist it like you would a shaky head or anything. You want to thread it all the way through and then just push it up on the hook, and it just sits on there like that. and that's all there is to it. So I'll get us up here around something worth fishing, and I'll be back with you here in a second. All right, here we go. Now the camera's on. Let's see if we can do it. I've actually had a few of them eat it as soon as I could pick the darn thing up. It's been unreal how they've been eating this thing today. This little deal is a perfect way to get bites. It's God, there's nothing to it. You can't even see the little worm wiggling in the water. You know, I don't know why the fish like it, but they do. So I ain't gonna argue with them. We'll feed them what they want. Hopefully the camera can pick it up. As you can see, we're just on a big sandy flat. I'm assuming all these fish we'll be catching up here is probably just males, little bucks pulling up, thinking about doing their deal. It's the April 22nd. We got a water temperature of 57.9 on this side of the lake. It's actually colder on the other side. I've even found it 60 in some pockets and canals. So wide range of temperatures on this lake. You figured there'd be a fish laying beside that log. Oh well. Just one up here up this pontoon. So you can cast this thing a mile, surprisingly. It may have something to do with the rod and the line and all that stuff, but I've actually thrown it on several different rods, and straight fluorocarbon, or this braid gliss, I should say, fluorocarbon combo. And this little thing just flies like a bullet. Skips amazing too, as you can see. There's really nothing to working the bait. I've seen some people recommend throwing it out and just kind of reeling it along and bumping it back. I just really hadn't had to do that. They just eat the damn thing. It's awesome. Kind of work it just like a shaky head, or maybe if you had a wacky Cinco, something of that nature. Just kind of bouncing along a little bit. 1/10 of an ounce, that's not a whole lot of weight, so any little bit of rod movement. There he is. And like I said, bunch of little bucks up here, but they're chewing. So we're not in a tournament. We're here to have fun. Learn too, something that can help us out in a few weeks when we come back. But man, it's fun catching fish. Don't matter the size. Any fish is fun. I really wish I could get you guys out on the, like I said earlier, out deep. There's a lot bigger fish out there, but this is a technique video, so focus here showing you how to use it, how to get some bites. That look like a little smallmouth. He's already spooked, but let's see. And that brings up another point. I've caught every species of bass on this thing in the little bit of time that I've thrown it, but spots and largemouth down on Clark Hill, or not Clark Hill, but Hartwell, mostly spots. Last weekend on the river, largemouth and smallies, they both ate it equally well. Get out of the trolling motor. But it's, I mean, every one I pull out from the dock, healthy fish, they've always got another one with them. These dudes are rushing the banks. This would be a great time if you wanted to introduce someone to the sport. Maybe they've never been fishing, maybe they're not that good with advanced techniques. This thing is the new Cinco. Anybody can catch fish on it. I see one eating it, looking at it anyways. Just eat it, guys. There's two of them. Well, I wish that wind would quit blowing. Let's see if we can get them to... Damn, there's three of them there now. Let's try that. A bit of competition, maybe, get them going. Wow. I don't know. Let's try the bigger one. See what happens. One thing about these Elastec baits, man, these things on this deal last forever. You can't tear one up. Just drill it down through the center, push it up and out, and there she is. You want it just sitting straight. That one's got a little bit of a wrinkle to it, but I don't think they're gonna mind. And this is what they call the deal. Like I said, it's got a green pumpkinish top, it's got a blue pearl glitter type belly to it. So let's fire back at these three amigos one more time. I get used to throwing that heavy one now. Okay. I didn't get it really on them that time, but let's see if we can get a few more of them. This video will probably be on a couple places, Facebook, YouTube as well. So whatever you're watching it on, if you have any questions about it, feel free to leave a comment. Try my best to get them answered. I'm gonna try my best to cover it all so you don't have any questions, but if you do, just let me know. Well, that looks like the juice over there. I saw a lady walking around on this thing earlier. She might have stomped them all off, who knows. some following it. There they are. Told you. Come on. That's so fun. They're not big, but boy, when you can call your shots like that, it's awesome. Let's go on the backside of one of them. I hadn't dropped it with the hook set. It's almost like a drop shot hook set. You don't really, or maybe like a Wacky Cinco type hook set, you just kind of reel into them. Give them a slight little pop, you know, nothing major. There's one chewing on it. I wanted to talk about the hook set, and I let him get rid of it. He knows I'm trying to film a video here. I gotta cooperate. Let's see, I'll get one off the next one. This is another good technique if you live on a lake that has a lot of slime in it, such as a Hartwell, Burton, any of those type lakes back home. Around here, all these lakes are natural glacier lakes. They're just muck bottom, sand if you're lucky in some of them, but it's mostly just a muck bottom. So a 1/10 ounce jig head really helps you fish that stuff efficiently without the head of your bait getting all covered up. You can almost equate it to it being down there and you just kind of tickle it over the top, you know, just kind of, you know, shake your rod tip and it just kind of hops over it. Doesn't really bury down in the stuff. There's a few fish hanging around this old dock foundation here, but let's see. Good thing about this bait too, it's one that I believe if they're gonna eat it, some guys are gonna bite it. You know, it's not one you really have to coax them into biting it, which it really fits my style. A lot of the guys in my bass club, probably half the people watching this video, all the time give me hell about how fast I fish. But you know, I just moved up north last year. Last year was my first year being able to fish up here, and when you don't know what the hell you're doing, you gotta go fast till you find some fish. So that was my philosophy last year. It worked out pretty decent. Had a real good year, despite never really fishing lakes with vegetation. You know, most of these up here, a lot of them, like I said earlier, is mucked out, choked out, just nasty places. You know, so just do what you do, adapt and overcome. There we go. Just like that. See, no real jerk, just lean into them. like I said, a lot of times when the fish is going to eat it, that's a little bit better when they're just going to eat it. No talking them into it. They'll just pick it up, slurp it off the bottom. Oh, good gosh. There we go. That's a better one. I believe she might be a keeper. So, beautiful fish. I'll let her go. Well, guys, thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I hope this video has been informative. I hope you learned something from it. Like I said before, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them below whatever outlet this video is on. I'll check them all, try to answer any questions. Appreciate your time tuning in, and everybody have a good time. Catch one from me.